So I am about to finish my painting, and that's always a good thing, right? To get a painting done and off to the customer. So I am going to share with you the last few things that I do, and we'll get this thing out in the mail. First, I like to sign it, of course, and I make sure that I use something that will not fade, and this pen is archival quality, and I'll sign that. So I'll sign my painting. Now I have to think about this. Look how dark this area is. I don't know if that's a good place to sign. I think this is probably better. So I will do that. The next thing that I do is I take the tape off, and just so I can share the last few steps. The other things that I do is I do a final softening, which I've already done. I didn't video that part, but basically I take my brush and I'll moisten the paper and moisten my brush and just kind of scrub with this. And what I did is I scrubbed these areas. I scrubbed this some more right here. I scrubbed his eyes a little bit to get the edges a little bit more soft. And I did a little bit more scrubbing in here. And that's usually the last step that I do before I call something done. I'm just going to take off my tape. The tape that I used for this was Fasten tape, and it's an art tape. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off now. Is the final painting. The next step I do is I either take a good picture with my camera, which gets a pretty darn good picture, or I scan it. And my scanner is stowed under here, and I'll just take this last picture out. My fox, I just finished this as well. So I'll take that one out and put this one in. And I'll get that scanned at 300 dpi. This one's on its way in the mail tomorrow morning as well. So now I will scan. Scan. This cat's name was Puffy. Save it as a JPEG. Let's see where I have a file where I keep all my scans, and it's further divided up. There's abstract, animal, cat, dog, etc., etc. I'll of course put this in my cat file. Okay, so that's kind of how I organize my files. If you're interested, hit OK and it will scan. I'll show you how I kind of process this if I'm going to make a print. Okay, so let's look for Puffy. These are all my cat paintings I've done over the years. Not all of them, but most of them are in here. Well, I wouldn't even say most of them, because most of these are not commissions. But I'm going to put this one in. Okay, there's our Puffy. Double click and open it in in Photoshop. Of course I need to rotate it, and it needs to be rotated a little bit more. Then I'll crop it to just get rid of the margins. So now I have a nice clean image. And then what I do is I kind of punch it up if I'm going to make prints. So I go to I hit Control L for levels, and if you put this little triangle in, it'll punch up the whites. This little triangle in to the edge of the hill there punches up the darks, and this middle one punches up the mid-tones. Okay, we'll hit OK. So that's after I did the levels, that's before. And I don't know if you can see that change, but it just makes it a little bit more punched up. And then I save it for posterity. And I might offer this as a print, but it's a pretty unique looking cat, so it probably wouldn't be a good image to sell as a print. And of course I would have to get permission from the lady that I painted it for her commission. I also save it as a smaller file to list online. So I'm just going to save that. See, this is in scans. I'm going to put it in another spot, which is paintings, and put it in cats. Save. And then when it gets to this part, I save it as a smaller file so that it loads quickly on the internet, and it really won't lose any of its quality of the image if I do that. And that's it. And then I get this packed up and ready to go in the mail. I trimmed the edges a little bit, and the next thing that I do is I put it in one of these clear cellophane bags, and I buy these in a lot of different places, wherever it's cheapest. It changes a lot, but you can buy them on eBay, you can buy them on Etsy, you can buy them from websites online. So I put my business card in there like that, and I just close this up, and this keeps it nice and watertight for the most part and sealed up. So that's that. And then I take a piece of cardboard that's already cut to the right size, and alright, got my piece of cardboard. It's about the same size as this. I'm going to put it in one of these mailers. Just slide the whole thing in like that, and it's pretty rigid. If you want to put more protection, you can try to do that. Let's see if I can even fit this in. Probably not, but let's see. Put it on this side. The more cardboard, the merrier, right? I think that'll be good. And that's really not going to bend. So that's how I pack that up. Put plenty of cardboard in there so it doesn't bend. And you also are going to write "do not bend." And I just seal it up like so. And then I print out my shipping label from either PayPal or Etsy or eBay or wherever I've sold this from. And then I write "do not bend" down here. And I just have these little stickers. Put a little thanks on there. Isn't that cute? So cute. And that's it. That's how I pack up a little 8x10 original watercolor painting.